Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. This is going to be a quick video. It's a simple gift idea. I found this mould on Temu and the person in mind for this gift is somebody who loves to read actual physical books. So you can see there that it's depicting a stack of books with an apple on top, and it is quite a thick mould. So the finished product is going to be quite heavy. So I thought it was a lovely ornamental gift that can be used as a bookend or a paperweight. I actually show you the products I'm using a little bit later on, but for now I will just tell you that in a nutshell I am using my Let's Resin chrome powders for the red, only for the red apple. I'm using chameleon powders for the book, and I'm using ordinary mica powders for lines in between the books and the apple stalk and leaf. Okay, I shall let you listen to a little bit of music and then I'll be back with you. Jumping in with a quick voiceover here because I forgot to say something. This is part of the Friendship Express collaboration organised by Amy at Resonating Art by Amy M, Susie at Serendipity Resin Creations, Sally at All Aboard Resin Creations, and Tina at Pour Resin with Love. Okay, so I've got gold for the book covers, and it's not quite clear on the camera, I don't think, but it's silver for the pages. I wanted to fill it with brown because I wanted it to look like the colour of a bookshelf. Now, I don't have I don't have a brown opaque ink, so I used an alcohol ink, but then I mixed some brown mica powder in it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the products that I'm using. So for the apple stalk, leaf and the white lines between the books, this is what I'm referring to when I say my generic mica powders. For the gold and silver on the actual books, the chameleon, and for the red apple, the chrome. So I used the chrome only for the apple. This is the alcohol inks, so that's for the brown ink. But because alcohol ink is too transparent for this project, I mixed in a brown from the generic mica powders. I poured this in 2 layers just because I didn't mix up enough. So on the first layer, I popped bubbles as they were rising whilst I mixed the second layer. So I'm just being a bit more patient and waiting and letting them rise naturally. And then I'm going to put it into my Resiners G3, which at the point of making this project I had only just received, so this was the first time using it. 2 hours later, plus cool down time, and a few more bubbles rose. That's the only thing that worried me about using the G3, was that you need to ideally give time for bubbles to rise before you put them either in a curing machine or on a heat mat. Also, a bit of bubbling there, but other than that, it seems nice and smooth. Bit of over pour to trim, but it is so solid. This is going to be a game changer. Cool. Almost perfectly clean. Okay, here we go. Aww. I can't distinguish between the colours of the pages and the binding of the book. Not too happy with that. And look how matte it's come out. I mean, I know it's a matte mould, but that's really dulled down the effects of the chrome and chameleon powders. So they're a bit of a waste, except that that apple's still nice and red. But there's also a few bubbles. So I might have to attempt this again, seeing as it's for a gift. I'm not happy with the... I think I could live with everything else because the person will appreciate it's handmade. But I don't think I can live with the fact that those colours don't look any different. I wonder why that happened. But now that I've got this curing machine, I can easily make it. In fact, painting the mould takes longer than the curing it. Yeah. Not massively impressed with how those colours have gone. Okay, attempt number 2. I've painted the mould off camera, but then... I'm so sorry guys, I thought I hadn't pressed record, but this is what it looks like with the clear backing. I'm debating whether to try and still colour that. I wish I'd not quite filled it so that I had room for another layer, but I'm debating whether I'd be able to brush on some mica with Mod Podge or gilding glue, which I've got arriving today. But I think that was the problem. Putting brown in the resin behind altered the colour of the pages. With this one, the colours are still slightly different. I've scratched away some colouring by scratching at bubbles. But yeah, there's the comparison. Okay. Right, let me show you what else I've done. But before I do, so this was number 1. This was number 2, with the clear back, but the contrasting colours between the book and the pages was still a little bit defined better. So I decided to go back to my original colours, but with the clear backing, the clear filling instead. Oh, I didn't show you the sides. So that's with the mica powders, and you've seen that already. This is with it brushed on. So when I decided I was going to fill it with clear, I brushed mica powders onto the side. So that's a nice smoother result too. So I like the sides better, and I like that it doesn't distort the colours on the front as much. So I decided to do another, sticking with my original colour scheme, but with clear filled and brushed sides as well. So here's the finished result for attempt number 3. And that is pretty much exactly how I wanted it. Some of the powdering, brushing on isn't brilliant. One of the other difficulties I had with this one was being able to go around with a stick to lift up bubbles, because I couldn't see where I would be poking. So with this one, I obviously had that option to try out. So much smoother results on these two as well, because less bubbles were left sticking to the bottom of the mould. I got more out than what I did with the first attempt. So I did scratch off a bit of powder here and there, no doubt, when I were getting into crevices. But on the whole, almost bubble free. One there, that's just scratched off powder, bit of scratched off powder, bit of scratched off powder, 2 bubbles in the whole thing. And just the brushing is a bit uneven anyway. So that is pretty much as perfect as I could have possibly wished for. So I will take some end shots with them all together for a proper side-by-side comparison. Thank you.